504. I'm Dave DeVignan, current chairman. Bob Medeiros to my right. Board member Tom Fortin's not going to make it tonight. Our agent, Joe Correa to my left, and Wanda Hammer, our secretary. This meeting is being audio and video taped. Everybody can check their cell phones, make sure they're off or on silence. First order of business, correspondence, letter from community nurse and home care statistics for November and December 2023. A review of matters presented, votes may be taken.
I don't see much on here. Motion to file?
I'll second the motion to file. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Letter to Annette Mello, 5 Tilly Way, regarding animal regulations. Review of matters presented, votes may be taken. You want to fill us in on that one, Joe?
Yeah, there was chickens that were being allowed to free range, and they were freely going onto other people's property.
Okay.
I believe at this point
They got them all caged in, or?
they've been contained.
Okay.
So,
They'll fly over a fence anyhow.
yeah, it's just one of those little fun things. But it seemed as though it calmed down. It was kind of a big deal for a minute.
Back in my shop, guy has chickens back there to come lay eggs in my, underneath the tray, I pick them up, bring them home. 9/10 possession is law, right? You like that one, huh, David?
Is there a motion to file?
Motion to file.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Yep.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Letter received from residents on Lake Street regarding nitrogen reduction septic systems. Review of matters presented, votes may be taken.
If I could just make a,
Go ahead, Joe.
it's actually Leonard Street, not Lake Street. That was a typo.
Okay, so it's
There was
a letter from Leonard Street.
Yeah. I could just, the nitrogen issues going on in the Acushnet River tend to be coming around again, even though we worked really hard with our rep and senator to help ensure that we weren't going to be part of this round of nitrogen reducing septic systems that were going to need to be kind of put in. Without getting into a long laundry list of details and the reasons why it's a bad idea to do all that, it did start to surface itself again because of these nitrogen. The state is trying to put a number on the nitrogen limitation in the Acushnet River.
Mhm.
And that number, once it is found out, or once it's determined, essentially will give the state something for us to have to target the reduction of.
But they better split what's coming out on one half versus the other.
Agreed.
New Bedford has sewage overflow. Since you get a heavy rain.
How many overflows?
A lot of sewage overflows.
Quite a few.
Yeah, and every time it rains heavy,
They're running
it
right
ends
now.
up in the river.
They're running right now.
Yeah.
They've been
And
popping
I don't know
up.
how they could possibly hold us to any.
You remember what I said
Anything at all,
before, David? When New Bedford corrects their problem, then we'll have to jump
Exactly.
on top of that.
I'm of the mind to not sign up for that silly watershed permit that ties you up for 20 years or mandate anybody upgrade. I say we spend money on town council and fight them. Because unless they can prove New Bedford has reduced theirs equal to ours, which they got a long ways off from doing that.
Okay, and it's also for Haven too. I
And
mean,
don't forget, Fairhaven's
Yeah, you
dumping
go
out by
further
Nice Oil
past
Company.
us. Yes, you're in Fairhaven, yes.
Yeah.
By Nice, they're down another couple of streets further down. They're dumping all the drainage into the rivers.
Yeah. So
I
do
can
know
name
this.
1,000 places that they're dumping into.
It looks like Dave Wonar reached out because of this letter. This letter was essentially sent over to the selectmen, and it looked like Dave Wonar reached out to Senator Montigny, and Senator Montigny responded to an article in the Neighborhood News, although it's not something that was directed to us. But I did read the article in Neighborhood News that he reiterated the fact that he is not inclined in any way, shape, or form to force this on the residents of Acushnet. until, yeah, in any way. So, I mean, the article was pretty straightforward to say that not to worry about
As
this.
far as I know, Joe, right now, that we have no sewage running into that river.
No,
Right, and
I
that,
think-
we
I
don't
think
have a
we-
lot of homes that are even on the river.
No, but I mean,
Most of our development's pulled away from it.
we investigated this when they did the first phase.
yeah, they're
We
mad.
went around to houses all along the river and threw dye. I had dye that I used to throw in
Mm.
the flush the toilet and come out different colors. And we found down by the river's end was the biggest problem. And going up that way and going that way, there was no problems. Everybody's septic seemed to be working properly, not dumping in, because the dye will pick up at any time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll
Mhm.
just travel through the waterways, you know?
There's an awful lot. Again, I wrote a letter to.
Because I know I got a complaint on that when we did the dye.
Yeah,
And they says, oh, there's red tide in the water. No, that was red
die.
dye that we threw in to see where it came out, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah, I mean, again, the only thing
I read that
I said.
article, yeah.
he's,
Our state reps have assured us that they'll push back, basically.
yep.
I have no desire to support either one of those ideas that, a watershed permit or making people do anything, so.
Right, it's the entire town of Acushnet that they have mapped. There's a little sliver that they're showing that isn't part of the Acushnet River watershed. And I mean, so the town of
Yeah.
Acushnet is the one that's gonna pay the whole brunt for,
Yeah. In our particular case, we have pushback
Yeah.
because the other side of the river is pretty nasty.
it is.
They can't, unless they can
And
figure out what side versus the other and prove it to us.
And all
I
those
think they
fishing
gotta-
boats that we got in the river now, Acushnet River,
Right,
there's probably 300 fishing boats. They're not knocking the fishermen,
no,
but there's a lot of fishing
it's
boats.
an industry.
And
It's
you know that somebody's gonna dump some sewage overboard,
Mm.
you know?
But
Not guaranteed, but it happens,
You're
you
still
know?
dealing with heavy equipment. You're still dealing with greases. You're still dealing with oils. You're still.
What's
doing-
worse than the cars running down the road today? A leaky
It's
car,
all,
leaking
it all
oil,
comes out. I mean,
antifreeze and all that going down the drains.
It all comes out of New Bedford's overflows. Anyways, but
Anyhow.
it is. I mean, we're definitely the senators, our rep. We're on it. They're on it. They're on it. They're watching. They're being watchdogs, and that was good news.
Can I put that on file?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to put on file?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll second the motion. All in favor? Aye, motion carries 2-0. Approval of septic plans, we have 2. I reviewed them, so I would accept the motion to approve.
Well, I never seen them.
Oh.
Bob did not see him
Okay.
this time.
I'll glance through quick if you want to go through something else, David.
All right, if you don't mind, I'll continue while you're looking at it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can double task
All right.
sometimes. Don't get me confused though.
Pretty straightforward.
Well, the next item is, I'm going to skip a bit, approval of minutes. October 3rd, 2023. Tom and I were the other ones there, so we have to make a motion to table that. I'll make a motion to table the minutes for October 20. October
Whatever you
3rd.
guys plan on for the minutes, it don't make a difference to me.
Well, but we can't vote on it because you weren't here. So I'm going to make a motion to table the October 3rd, 2023 minutes. Seconded, all in favor?
Yep.
Aye, motion carries.
Can I ask a question, David? This is for you. That influent filter that goes on the outlet of the tank,
Yes.
some require not to put it, some require, how come?
The ones with a Presby, they don't want it in there. The Presby don't. But otherwise, it should be in there.
No, I'm just, why would Presby say no?
It's all about airflow. Any hindrance of the airflow through the
System?
the system component. So they also don't want the filter in the vent.
Down here.
Yeah. So
They want it
a
free
free
flow.
flow of air, yeah, as best they can.
I was just wondering why.
Yeah.
Some say no. Nobody can give me an.
That's the only system I think that
And what does a gas baffle do?
I have no idea.
I mean, you're a professional here on that. I mean, what does that little
Stop
slopper do?
gas from leaving the tank? limited.
What's it do though, Joe? You can explain this to me. A
It's-
lot of
it's
people
been
ask me
explained.
that. What does that little black thing underneath that's strapped to a pipe do?
So the bacteria break down solids, and as they break down solids, they consume them and gas bubbles get created. The thought process in that is that those gas bubbles can contain solid particles. And when they get brought up to the top of the tank, they can go right out through the T. And so that you end up with solids going out into your leach
But
field.
that's below the pipe. The pipe is, the pipe, oh,
It's
this is the pipe. This is down here with a little flap, 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 flap.
yes,
And the water's way up here.
no, it's from the
It's
bottom.
got to rise to go out.
It's from the bottom breaking down, and those bubbles coming up get deflected.
I'm from Missouri. I don't think so.
Okay, well,
I
I mean, that's
I've
all I
never
can tell
heard
you.
it. I've never heard anybody support it, so.
It's,
No, I've asked questions before, and nobody can really give me an answer. This guy's an engineer.
you guys have done one of the best things that could possibly be done by creating a two compartment, by requiring
Yeah.
two compartments.
Mhm.
That's a good setup.
Because, yeah, I mean, if there is any solid carryover, that, the gas
It's already
baffle.
limited. It's already limited.
Right.
to
Really
It
neat.
goes to the second compartment and settles out again.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to the second compartment, you have the effluent filter,
Yep.
which is in a cleaner compartment
Mhm.
and therefore requires even less maintenance because it's not in that dirty first compartment,
Right.
which it gets clogged up all the
Well,
time.
every time you flush your toilet, it disturbs things.
Yep.
So while
It makes
that's...
gas bubbles, Bob, and it.
Oh, Joe, you're a good guy. You came up with something really good. I just brought that, you know.
It's what I've been,
I was
we've all
bugging me.
been involved in for so long.
Everybody has a different thought about it.
Which one is he looking at, 312 Main Street?
I don't know which one he has
I'm
right in
looking
front of
at
him, but
84
I have
Middle
both of
Road.
them over
Oh,
there.
okay,
84A.
okay.
So that was in desperate need of a new system.
Wow.
Yeah, that's, I know, it's one of those side streets after the police station.
That's
Yeah,
what-
it's not even weird, it's a weird, it's,
Like a
It-
driveway.
yeah,
not a
it's
road.
more of a driveway. Somehow the two houses were owned by the same people at one time. There's a two-family out front, this is a house in the back.
Yeah.
I had an issue with the house in the front. The back, the system was leaking, it ended up being, one of the tenants just had the water turned on, and it just flooded out the system, everything ended up working out when the tenant left. But, you know, now, considering what the heck was going on here, it's hard to even know exactly what the system was and how it was that was here, so, I mean, this is just the perfect situation.
Yeah.
David, do you think that's 100-foot long from the tank to the D-box?
Is it over 100?
Yeah. So this to the 20,
It said on the plan.
1 inch,
but,
20,
I want to say the
40,
length
60, 80,
between
100,
the profile
120.
view. You know, from the tank to the
Yeah, this is 40 feet, so length is 100 exactly.
100 feet, exactly.
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, I know you guys don't believe in cleanouts, but sometimes crap gets into something and you need something to clean.
But again, we got two compartment tank, we got the effluent filter.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not
If-
worried about it, you know?
If the people take it out and clean it.
Yeah. Even if it went over the top of the effluent filter, it's not gonna get out. It's gonna
No.
plug up the effluent filter, and it's gonna gurgle.
I'm just bringing it up as a
Yeah.
suggestion.
Okay.
I like cleanouts, makes life easy.
I can add a clean out in the middle.
It's up to him too.
I don't care either way.
If that's, I'll add them in.
You wanna make a motion to approve with a clean out in the midpoint?
Yeah.
That's a
I
motion.
don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean,
Okay. Is
looks
that-
all right to me.
Is that a motion with the,
Motion to accept the plan as seen with a clean out in the center of the 50-foot mark.
I'll second the motion, all in favor?
Yep.
Aye, motion carries 2-0.
You're gonna write that in this one, or you want me to write it in?
Oh, Joe will take care of it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put a little circle in there.
All right.
I can already sign this one, it's already here, right?
Yeah, does he have just one, or?
I
Why don't you
think,
float them all to him, and I'll, we're gonna,
I'm gonna leave it open. Ah,
you got 2 sheets, remember, you gotta sign. So while you're signing that, well, I would accept a motion to approve the November 21, 2023 minutes. Is there a motion?
Yes, motion to accept.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Motion carries.
There's only one set of plans in there, right?
There's 2 sheets to each one, and what, you got 3 sets? Under discussion, we have Public Health Excellent Training Hub Lead Trainer Derek Macedo. Review of matters presented, votes may be taken. I'd like to table that until we have a full board.
Okay, no problem.
That's a motion?
Yeah, we'll postpone it to the next meeting.
Okay, motions to table it to the next meeting. I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yep.
Motion carries.
This is a different thing.
Oh, this is different.
It's a president. Across the street from almost, just a hop, skip, and a jump up from Hamlin. Or down. from
Down
Hamlin.
the way.
Yep. That's where Broder's.
Oh, that's the big house.
That's the name of the that's the
It's a
name of the
beautiful
real
house.
estate trust. Oh, yeah. It is. It is. It's absolutely beautiful.
You own that whole house.
There's a lot that you can do there,
Yeah.
but definitely,
Got plenty of room to put plenty systems.
yep. I think that, what was it? It was a five-bedroom house. It's a big house. Beautiful, too.
Did he forget to put the blocks underneath the elbows?
Let me see.
No,
No, he's got it. He's got the patio blocks on this one here, David, right here.
Okay. Yeah, I did look at the plan. I don't think I had any comments on it.
That's a good sized system.
Yeah, it's five
Yeah,
bedroom.
5 bedrooms, yeah. Is that a 2-family too?
Yep.
Oh, the comment I had on that was 500 gallons or more, you got 2 outlets.
Yes, that's exactly right. You didn't split that up. Yep.
It's no big deal.
It's a big system. Boy, that system they're doing up the road in that trailer park, oh my God.
Yeah, it's huge.
I'm kind of impressed the way they were doing it.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
looks like they're really neat.
The septic system, as I go by there all the time, I keep my eye, and I'll tell you, they laid those pipe exactly right on them. For my naked eye,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
almost,
flat.
it's almost as good as a self-leveler. Yeah, I'm doing all my right.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, they laid those, I don't know how they are now because of the weather and all, but I'll tell you, they did a nice job there.
They were doing it right. They have been doing it right all along, and they have no problem calling me up to have me go out there and look at it. I've looked at the manholes
That's a
getting
big
set.
project.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I talked to you about that.
Mhm.
I said, boy, that's a big project.
Is there a motion to approve the plan?
Yes, sir.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
I,
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Looks like, schedule the next meeting date.
We had picked
What do you got?
the 13th.
I'll be
February.
out of the country.
How about the 27th?
It's kind of far back, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's that second week, and
David.
I was.
Okay, then we'll have to check with Tommy. Because we can't do that day, there'll be 2 of us gone. What, you said the 30th, what about the 20th?
The
David,
20th, I mean, you can have it, but I was gonna take some time off there. That's that short week.
Well, I'll tell you what, we go with the 27th, and if something comes up, we'll deal with it. Okay? February 27th will be our next meeting.
I don't have a lot of plans coming in. Or
Yeah, this time
I know-
of year, it slows down anyway.
Yeah,
All right, so,
although I do have 3 Title V inspections coming up, I think on Thursday, so.
not the greatest time of the year to be doing Title V's.
The only thing there that we didn't catch was a
Yeah.
resignation of.
No,
Oh,
I'm getting
sorry,
to
I'm
it.
sorry. Sorry.
The last item on the agenda is under discussion resignation of part-time health agent which is Patrick Hannon. Review of matters presented, votes may be taken. His position is a union position, so we don't have to take any votes. My understanding is, well, I know for a fact he's already submitted his resignation. The select board has accepted it. They're in charge of union employees. So it's just a matter of making it a point to tell the general public that Mr. Hannon has taken a position closer to home, my understanding. We thank you for your service, Mr. Hannon, if you are bored and watching our meeting. So with that being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Nope. I
Is
say aye.
All right, so it's Bob made a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
I second it. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries 2-1.